Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
What
That's a new one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what a way to start off this episode. That was interesting.
Yeah, I listen to my. I totally don't listen to our podcast in my free time. And then I'm like, I sound really pitchy when I start that off.
Oh, dude.
You're just trying to spice it up a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know, just keep people on their toes. I'm like, listen to our podcast. Who would do that in our free time?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think it is also good because if anyone ever needs like a voiceover list of things that we can do, you know, just general voices, you gotta spice it up a little bit.
No,
every now
right,
and then.
we gotta-
You gotta keep it varied.
Got to show the range. But, actually on that point, I have a trip coming up, and it's like a 17 and a half hour drive. I don't think I'm going to drive because, damn, that's a long time. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, because me and my buddy were talking about carpooling, and I was like, when is an appropriate time to turn on the podcast? I don't know. I know that you, Wyatt, you have shown people and you've listened to it. I've listened to one episode with one other person. It was my wife. And yeah, I feel like it's a little vain to be like, yo, let's listen to this podcast. And then you turn it on and it's your podcast.
The best part is
that cringe? Is that a little cringe?
okay. So my favorite thing about doing that, right? I only do it if people have informed consent, right? So
Right.
they know what they're getting into. I'm like, this is my thing. I just want to see if you like it. If you don't, I won't feel bad.
I
right?
think it would be so much funnier to just be like, yo,
dude, I
check
found
out this
sweet
podcast. Yeah, exactly. Check out this podcast.
No, that's awful. But
Wow, aren't these guys so funny and charming and just wonderful? You should totally subscribe to them or whatever.
yeah, subscribe or whatever.
Follow.
Great sales pitch there. Two things. Number one, it feels so strange, but I'm never going to apologize for it whenever I hear some of our jokes from previous episodes, and I'm like,
Because we laugh so fucking hard whenever we
good.
go back. I
There's
think
some
it's
shit-
good.
there's
I
some
think it's
shit
fucking great.
where we absolutely nail it,
Yeah.
right? And even the stuff where I'm like, oh no, we've learned so much since our first episode.
Right.
I'm not even upset about
No.
that joke not landing as much as I wanted it to.
Fuck
because
no.
they're still so good looking back, right?
Yeah.
The entertainment value is still there, I
Yeah.
think, personally. But second thing, you don't remember a lot of our recording
No,
sessions.
absolutely not.
So it adds another layer for you where you're like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
Yeah, 'cause
I should have thought of this.
And oh wait, I did.
Yeah.
That was me who said that. Yeah, no, yeah. After we're done recording, I completely forget what we talk about. It's crazy. I'm like, did we talk about this? And you're like, yeah, we did talk about this.
We black out, we enter the flow state.
This is the flow state. Absolutely.
Well, so what's great about Josh, though, not remembering any of the recordings, is I can ask him trivia questions that we talked about on the
Yeah.
podcast,
Dude,
and he's
yes.
always right on,
Yeah.
100% of the time.
Always genuine of what I said on the podcast.
Mhm.
But it's actually kind of strange too because with the podcast, obviously it's been a little bit of a break from us. Getting up and getting these episodes out. So
Yeah,
if-
holy shit.
If you're here listening, I love you and thank you so much for waiting for us.
I mean, not that you had a choice.
Yeah, true, but
Welcome
glad you're
back.
here. Yeah, welcome back. We're glad to be here. But the podcast is so I everybody who knows me personally knows that I work in retail, right? So I work in a public facing position, and the podcast is starting to make it to customers.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and and now I'm to the point where so I'm in management where I work, and I
You have mentioned that as well.
Okay. Regardless, reiterating, and since I'm in management, right? I'm hesitant sometimes to tell customers yeah, check out our podcast where we talk about getting peed on, And
yeah,
so,
amongst other things.
amongst other things, right? We talk about a lot of stuff, but whatever, it's fun.
That's
But-
where the informed consent comes in again. You got to be some of this shit isn't normal people.
No, I
humor.
think it's hilarious. I want it people to go in and just get completely blindsided.
It's just so
because-
odd. We've talked about this.
Yes.
This was actually a conversation that we had in the weeks in between recording sessions because, believe it or not, we have had the chance to hang out a few times.
Yeah,
but
it's been great.
I think
I
you
love you.
nailed it. I won't steal your story from you. You can tell it kind of how you told it.
'Kay.
But you said that I spoiled you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, on that note, so the thing is, like, so first and foremost, we said this in the first episode, right? Like, this podcast and what we're doing here is definitely for us first and foremost, and it's definitely a huge creative outlet for all of us, I feel like, otherwise we wouldn't be doing it, right?
I can agree. I've missed it. I've needed it.
I've needed it too. So I went and hung out with like some people and whatever, and like, it's fine. And then like, I make the jokes and I talk and I try to spice it up.
I'm making
and
the
it's just-
jokes.
I make it a jokes, and then it hits the wall, and then it hits the floor because it's not received or whatever, or like
Like a
I'm
plate of
like,
cold spaghetti.
yeah, like exactly. And it's like I want some back and forth, right? I want some conversation. You know what I mean?
Some proper banter.
Some propaganda, just some personality, I guess. And so, I mean, as you've like anybody listening, as you can tell, like with us on this podcast, there's a lot of personality in this room.
We like to think so.
I like to think so, whether
We're
it's
at
good
least
or whatever.
good at riffing off each other.
Yeah, and that's
you know?
it. And I think that's what it is. And like obviously that comes with time, but like I feel like I can riff off of anybody. I
like to
really
think so.
I like improv. So I told Cameron and Wyatt. Wyatt, you were there. I was like, man, you guys spoil me. And they're like, what? Why? And I'm like, because y'all have personality and can have conversations. You know how lame it is to go hang out at a function and everybody's like a wet sock.
Yeah. I think we've all been there in some regard.
And
even if it's not like us trying to be the center of attention, like,
Right.
oh, here, look at me. I'm
Right.
funny. Ha ha. It's just kind of rough whenever you realize that not everyone has even a decent sense of humor.
Right. Well-
because it's not about us saying off the wall shit all the time.
Yeah.
Although that is part of it.
that is definitely part of it.
You just forget because the people that we laugh with the most, the people that I would say have the more, the word deep doesn't really do it justice. We have the most in-depth conversations, right? With us three,
Right.
and our small
Right.
group of friends that we
Yeah.
share mutually. And whenever we start to expand our horizons a little bit, we see how few people we can relate to
Right.
in that way. We can relate to
Well,
most people
and
on
I was-
some level.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you're going to share like this
That same connection.
this love of like just chatting. You know?
Exactly,
You
talking.
can't just talk
Well,
to everyone.
And see, I think a big thing of it is like, I don't know, like, and it's not to like insult anybody because like, my idea of good conversation and like, not everybody shares my interests. And so I don't want it to be like that. I thought you said you were going to mute that.
You literally
Wyatt.
said
You
before
did.
the podcast.
You said, oh, I'm going to have to turn that off. If you didn't hear that, I hope you guys heard that. But
Everybody
sound
point
guy-
and boo at this man.
do we have a boo button?
No. Here. No, oh no. We need
No, that's not that one.
we need a larger
Oh, that's not right.
There's not a boo.
Wyatt, you
welcome
suck.
welcome
No,
back everybody. we were thinking. Okay,
Anyway, so
truly before you continue your story,
sorry.
we need a larger soundboard.
yeah, we'll invest in that.
That's all I'm saying. Okay,
Okay.
continue, sorry.
But yeah, so I don't think it's like, and it's not to like talk like bad or like, I love people.
People are allowed to be different than us.
Exactly.
Contrary to popular belief.
Yeah, and we may laugh at you and like say you suck, but we don't actually think you suck. Well, you kind of suck. You do kind of suck. Okay,
You
gotta-
suck subjectively.
subjectively,
But there's someone out there that
also
loves
kind
you,
of
probably.
objectively, maybe. I don't know. Like I don't know.
I don't measure that.
So, I don't know. I think I have a pretty good like metric
Objectometer.
objectometer of suckage. Yeah, like so
No.
where you fall on the spectrum of suckage.
The suctrum.
The suctrum.
The suck
So,
spectrum.
and I actually don't even think that most people are uninteresting. I just think most people suck at talking about themselves and engaging in proper conversation.
Yeah.
So,
Some people just never learn though.
well, and see, that's the thing is it like, people think that like, oh, like, and just for an example, like, Cameron, you're one of like the best people, like the best talkers that I know.
Oh,
Like
you.
you're really good at it, and I don't know what you've entailed, but I've heard the same thing about myself. A lot of people say that I'm pretty good at talking. It's one of the few things I'm actually good at. And, people look at others who are like public speakers and all that stuff, and they're like, oh, I could never do that. I could never do that. And like, it's a skill.
You probably could.
Anybody could if you learn like if you learn how to, And so I've put in a lot of work in trying to to learn how to speak and stuff. And I think the biggest thing is inhibitors. You know, we inhibit ourselves on our like in day-to-day life because, you know, the moment like I'm super interested in this, I want to go talk to somebody about this. Oh, but what if they think it's stupid? Or oh, what if this person's not, you know, into it? Or oh, what if I like this is boring and I waste this person's time? And like and then they never talk about what's interesting to them.
We get in the way of ourselves.
Exactly. And so one of the best things, I don't know if I've said this on the pod before. I might have. This is something that I definitely stand by, and I tell like everybody. So in terms of inhibitors and like talking and public speaking, lower the bar. You know, so like that's the thing, and I do that in my life. You know, and like so. It kind of hits in two ways. So one, it's like, oh, I don't want to add to this conversation because I don't have anything worth adding. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this isn't good enough to add. It's like, fuck that.
Yeah, you probably have something.
Send it out there, right? It's like
these people haven't heard before.
And who cares? Yeah. Exactly. Fucking send it. You know, like lower the bar. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a perfect joke. It doesn't have to be, you know, a perfect fact or whatever it may be. Because a lot of the times, the shit that we fuck up, I think, is the funniest part. Like the funniest stuff.
It's pretty good.
You know?
And it's also just a learning opportunity.
Exactly. You know?
Because we're really bad as a species at allowing ourselves some grace. Because whenever we fail at something, you know, even if we continue to try, that will stick in our head more than any success that we have.
I like to quote Jake, not State Farm.
I was going to say that.
I knew you were going to.
I mean, okay, who Jake then?
Adventure Time.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And, yes.
Jake Adventure Time.
Yeah. And, you know, because, like, I coach as well, and I coach gymnastics, and this is, like...
You haven't mentioned that at all.
Shut up. It's just... Okay, well, again, you know, I have to give context here.
Josh, we have lore now. You know?
Do we have lore?
We have the Same Page Productions lore.
Okay,
We've
well,
been doing this for over half a year.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
So in the gym, right, I'll tell this to athletes all the time, and they'll be like, oh, I suck at this, or I'm really bad at this. And I always say, well, hey, being bad at it is the first step to being good at it.
Yeah, man.
You know? And I say that all the time. You know, the first one's never going to be good.
I mean, unless...
You're a freak. I know a couple freaks who are just naturally gifted at everything.
Couple freaks.
Yeah,
I know a couple freaks. But I just think that we all need to show ourselves a little bit more leeway. You know,
I would agree with that
because like it's just for fun, bro.
Exactly.
Like most of our failures, unless you are someone that controls like nuclear ordnance or something, most of our failures are pretty minimal.
You know, we've got pretty good anti-missile like capabilities, so even if you let one rip, you know, like I don't think it's gonna make it to the destination.
Just don't pull a Chernobyl, really.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, Chernobyl. Yeah, the mass, what's it called?
The elephant's foot.
That's it.
Yeah, just don't.
Yeah.
Or like the
one.
Japanese nuclear reactor meltdown that went so poorly.
Yeah.
Same exact
like
thing.
a couple years ago or something?
Yeah, where
pretty recent.
most fuck-ups are going to be
Hey,
inconsequential.
if nobody dies, is it really a fuck-up?
I agree.
You know?
And even if... like, just relatively
you know,
speaking,
if a couple people,
couple
you know,
people.
like, come on. There have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean...
You know.
In the eyes of the law...
Maybe not.
We'll
well,
see.
I mean, so let's see. One dead body, you know, maybe a couple years, 2 dead bodies. You're looking at 5, you know, 4 and more. You're probably looking 25 to life, you know.
Unless you're a German in the 1940s, then you just come and work for the Americans.
Exactly.
Hey. Okay.
So
before we get any further, finish your thing. I got a thing.
Okay, you
just
got
a quick thing.
And this
Just
is a quick thing too.
Cool. Quick
so
things.
and then
quick things
this,
with Cam and Josh. Wyatt's here too.
Yeah.
But he's not really doing quick things with us.
He's just hanging out.
Do you have any
just
quick
vibing.
things for us?
What's a quick thing?
2 + 2
Oh,
equals
dude,
4.
that wasn't even quick.
Yeah, it wasn't. And he messed it up.
I know.
He panicked. He
my
got
brain was probably-
anxiety.
I was like,
yeah, he panicked.
Come.
Fucking panic.
I love
So-
the 2 + 2 is 4. That was almost quick. Almost quick things with Wyatt.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to
So
your quick thing.
the second thing of lowering the bar is with like comedy and stuff. You know, one of the things I hate the most is when people are like, "That's so fucking stupid."
Oh, dude,
my
me
god, that's
too.
so fucking stupid.
There are very few things.
I'm not
that-
gonna laugh at that because that's lowbrow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fuck you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, fuck off, dude.
Yeah, man.
Like, you need to be able to laugh at everything.
I agree.
Like, just fucking laugh at everything, and I promise you're going to be much happier in life, and you're going to be much more enjoyable to be around. Fucking laugh at everything.
Personally, the only type of comedy, I guess, it's not even like a genre, but the only way that comedy gets like not funny to me is whenever it's oversaturated, and it's the like think TikTok where they're using the exact same sound clip over and over.
Right.
That's where things become very unfunny for me.
Right.
But
it's a joke you've heard 1,000 times.
and
it's not funny.
and it's almost like templative, where it's not even a joke anymore, and you're just writing a trend. It doesn't even
Right,
count. That's
right.
neither here nor
Which we
there.
need to do that.
Yeah,
Follow
we need to
our
start writing
TikTok.
more trends. Yeah,
Yeah, follow our
TikTok. Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, but really, that's not even like comedy. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
it's just kind of the weird culture that we live in with the internet. Doesn't matter.
Well,
Whatever. I'm just
yeah.
over it, and I have something that is TikTok related that I would love to talk about.
'Kay.
But first, before we go any further, what have you guys been up to? What, like, just briefly, because we have been on a break.
yeah.
You know,
It's
and
been a while.
yeah, even if it's just like little things in your life. What's
Dude.
new?
I went frisbee golfing.
How was that?
It's fun. I've gone twice in the past couple weeks or whatever.
Very nice.
And dude, so my buddy has been like, my buddy's like, yo, let's go frisbee golfing. I'm like, okay, like we will, you know. And he's like, bro, let's go frisbee golfing. I'm like, okay, like,
What's
I get
your
it.
fucking deal?
Like, goddamn, okay, I get it. You want to go frisbee golfing? He's like, yo, come with me. We're going frisbee golfing. I'm like, I can't today. Like,
Why can't we just
yeah.
play video games like
Ex-
normal people?
Right. Well, I don't even really play. I haven't been playing. Oh, I have another thing. But
Yeah, see.
so anyway,
Make your things quicker. We all got things.
this is called interesting storytelling.
Oh, okay. We're past quick things.
Yeah.
Why?
This
be
is
fast. What's a fast they go?
Come.
well, depending on who you are, I guess.
Ew.
So anyway, he was like, let's go frisbee golfing. Let's go frisbee golfing. I'm like, okay. And I finally went with him.
And you had a good time?
I had a great time. Like, I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I enjoyed it so much that we went out like a couple of days ago. And before we went, I actually bought a couple
discs.
frisbees, golf discs.
Gisks.
How many
Discs.
holes did you play?
So when we went a couple days ago, so apparently where we're at, not to dox us too much, but I don't know
Where
what it
we
is.
are located.
Where we are located in the United States, we're actually in a place where we have like one of like the nationally acclaimed like frisbee golf courses. Like, it's
Really?
pretty fucking amazing. Yeah,
Must not
no,
be that many then.
dude, have you gone frisbee golfing?
I actually have.
Okay, well then I
It's been
think
a
you've gone the
long
wrong
time,
place.
but-
But like, yeah, no, it's
How many do we have?
we have like 2 or 3 courses.
Wow.
Yeah. See, and like, so it's really nice. And so whenever I went the first time, we did 9 holes, and we did the same 9 holes a couple times. Like, we did that like 2 times.
Sure.
And then this last time we went, we did a total of 18.
Nice.
Yeah, 18 holes. And it was good. I like, I'm not terrible. Like, I like to think that I'm somewhat athletic, and I mean, if you're athletic, you can probably do frisbee golfing pretty all right.
Even if you're not,
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's fine. Well, I don't know. There's
your arm might be sore
Well,
the
there-
next day. But
I mean, no, it's not that. It's like, no, I
the walking
I
between
ended.
holes.
No. It's not even that. It's like,
What is it?
I'm gonna get
What
there.
are you doing?
Fucking chill.
No, I'm freaking out.
I'm getting there. Relax.
freaking out. What am I? What part of frisbee golf am I
Freaking
missing?
out. Well, hitting the holes, getting it in the holes, and throwing the frisbee. Right? Shut up.
Yeah.
You're such a fucking child,
Oh
Wyatt.
my god.
So like you got to get it into, and they're actually baskets, but you got to like get it in the basket, right? So you got to throw it, and you got to be good at throwing things. And I was pretty impressed because like I think the first shut up, Wyatt.
Is it just hand-eye?
Exactly, hand-eye coordination and being able to throw it right. And like there's actually more to it than I like originally thought, which is probably why I'm more interested in it. And so first time I went out, I did like 2 over par, which
Not
is pretty
bad.
damn good,
Yeah.
right? Second time we did the whole thing and I ended out like +1, 1 over par,
Nice.
which is pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy we were with who was like 7 over or something.
Sure.
Which again, like that's fine. It's just like it's
really
to show
not
that
that
like,
bad.
and that's really not that bad
Over
either.
9 or even 18 holes.
Exactly.
Not bad.
With the pars being like 3, 4, throws, whatever. Some of them
Relatively
are 5,
challenging.
whatever. Yeah, it's pretty challenging, because a lot of the holes you got to go like 300 feet. Like that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And like,
And
yeah.
you have to be relatively accurate.
Exactly. You
Throwing,
gotta get in the area.
Throwing is easier than like traditional golf, just because you have more direct
control.
control.
Exactly.
I'm gonna argue otherwise.
Really? I've
Yes.
never been golfing, so
So-
I can't say. I don't. Yeah.
You
So
think that
in
golf is easier?
well, I'm just saying you don't have as much control as you think when it
I
comes
don't
to
know.
like frisbee golfing.
I've done both.
well,
Have you?
well,
Avidly.
I need to go golfing. I want to.
we've got golf clubs. We can
I
go
think
do
what
it.
we're
We should do
learning
it.
is that Wyatt
Yes.
is poor at the hand-eye.
Well,
no,
I
no,
mean,
no, no, no.
Are we
I-
really
like-
surprised about that?
Excuse me.
like a baby giraffe,
I hate you.
they don't have hands.
They don't have hands.
It's like a baby giraffe, but if it had little T-Rex arms in
with
front
fingers.
And it
with
couldn't-
fingers.
but it couldn't really do it. It couldn't throw a frisbee properly.
properly.
This is a really bad analogy.
No, this is a perfect analogy. It's like can't really walk.
Okay,
it
so
can't
Wyatt
really
disagrees.
grow. So
I
you-
just don't think because I have played golf, and I'm saying that I would say they're like equal.
I disagree.
Hard disagree.
Hard disagree.
I would. And
Maybe
the reason,
you're just equally good / bad at them.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the biggest thing that I would say to like say that I think golf is harder is you have to have like 5 different golf clubs in order to play
Yeah.
golf properly.
well,
And
You
they
can
all
play- you can do-
require different strokages.
Exactly, strokages, and then like frisbee golf, you can do it with just a driver. I've done it with just a driver. I got a putter too because I didn't realize that was another thing
They
that I
make
didn't realize.
multiple
Yeah, they
discs.
make multiple fucking
Yeah.
discs, bro. Like what the
I
fuck?
think it's partially like I understand that there are differences, and I will not argue that. Right, it's partially a scam because you can do it with just a driver.
Absolutely,
if you want to,
can.
Right?
It is
Because
definitely easier having the putter. Like
I can guarantee that it is right because they make them differently. They have different aerodynamics, whatever. But they're like, here, buy this $50 piece of fucking plastic.
you know, it was only
know?
It was like $17
That's
for
horrible.
each. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like $17 a pop, not bad at all.
I know
Like
that-
it's actually it's my cheapest hobby that I've gone into by far.
I can imagine.
By far.
Yeah. Okay. Wyatt.
well, on the realm of frisbee golf, I asked how many holes you had played because me and my best friend who just moved to Florida.
I thought we were your best
well,
friends.
you guys are my best friends. You guys are my best friends.
Not cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What about our
Um,
necklaces?
Well, childhood friend. Let's put it that way. I've known him since I was like.
Haha, we
12.
just made you drop him in your ratings of
Yeah.
friendship.
Well,
Fuck
no, no,
you,
no. I have
random person.
I hate you guys.
tier list. You're a bitch.
you just got dropped.
Back to what I was saying.
B not standing for best friend.
Standing for bitch. Go ahead.
B standing for
Buttercup.
wow. Good one.
We right before he left for Florida, we played 28 holes.
Damn.
Yeah, I was
All
like,
of them? So
I quit.
that's like
I
all of
quit
'em.
second to the last one. I just couldn't because the last one was like a good 500 feet
Yeah,
or
some
something.
of them,
and I was
like,
like,
Depending on which course you went to, like they are straight up like some of them are like 700 feet. It's
Yeah.
crazy, and that's
And,
scary.
Scary.
Definitely.
Yeah, dude, because like you can lose frisbees very
Sure.
easily,
Yes.
and so like if you throw it and you lose it, and like oh god, it's such a pain in the ass.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
definitely. In that, I think I placed under par by a good
Damn.
like 3 or 4.
What the fuck?
He's
Are
got
you a
an arm.
hustler?
Yeah,
I'm
He's
a
a hustler.
That boy's
Well,
got an arm
um,
on him.
Yeah.
Whenever I saw the arm on that kid,
I thought to myself, damn, that kid's got an arm.
it's good for one thing and one thing only.
Frisbee golf.
Frisbee golf. Do you throw underhanded?
Yeah.
Or do you throw backwards?
Underhand. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, because like it's so hard to control it, like doing the backhand or whatever. So yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
so my friend who plays hates playing it backhanded or underhanded. He always plays backhanded, and he
Yeah.
could throw so much further than me.
yeah. Hey,
Doing it that
you know,
I
you
was
gotta
every
figure it
time I
out.
did it, I'm just like, my shoulder hurts. I ain't gonna do that.
Oh,
no
Whenever
more.
I play actual frisbee, because in the summer, this is one of the things you may not know about me, but in the summer, whenever it's warm outside, one of my favorite things to do is literally just go throw a frisbee.
That's
I don't know why.
That's wild. Yeah, no,
love
I
it.
didn't know
Fucking
that.
love it.
I've never done that.
I'm half decent at it, but I can never throw like underhanded, right?
It takes
either.
practice,
It's
but
bad.
like, and my buddies, they taught me how to do it. So like now,
Yeah.
I could probably teach you guys or teach you how to do it. And like you, I mean, again, there are people who obviously do it underhand and backhand, whatever. Like it's personal preference, but we'll definitely have to go frisbee golfing because I'm down.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a good like probably 8 or 10 frisbees.
Well, I got my two.
Yeah.
Guess what color my frisbees are?
I have
a
one.
bright
I don't know
green.
where it is though.
Oh.
Pink.
Purple.
Yeah, pink.
Pink.
Nice.
Do you have like light pink?
It's like hot pink because I'm a hot bitch.
Did you get them? Where'd you get them?
Entertain Mart?
Oh,
Because I didn't realize. Like my buddy told me.
Oh yeah, they do have them.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
have
and I
like
went-
hobby stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That was
okay.
great.
Okay, what else have
Okay.
you been up to? Anything notable? Anything crazy? It doesn't even have to be a story.
Well, see, I was about to say, I went to the doctor because I have said it
Oh,
a
no.
few times on
You're
the podcast.
disgusting. I'm
I
already
am.
gagging.
I am.
oh yeah.
I have said it a couple times on the podcast, like I'm having a hard time hearing. In fact,
Yeah.
even now I'm switching from ear to ear on my headphones so that my ears don't sweat too much because the doctor who's been treating me for off and on 6 months now said, your ear infection is probably not a bacterial infection, but a fungal infection.
Oh, you have
Gross. You
I
have
got
fungus in your
I got it
ears?
from, and she said it's probably because it started last summer. I started having these issues, and it was like after going to a swimming pool, my ear started
you never got
oozing
the-
and goozing.
You never got the water out of your ear, so it made fungus.
Well, so I did get the. Well, she said
it's
athlete's
pee
feet.
fungus. It's
No,
pee
like
fungus.
athlete's
yeah,
feet
because
in
you got
the ear.
sweat and pee in your ear because you went to a Publix pool. Fuck.
Yeah,
Public
actually,
pools.
it was
that was
the
your first mistake.
That's
it was
disgusting.
the lake.
worse.
That's even worse. That's
I know.
That's
chlorine.
fish
I
pee.
know.
That's fish poop.
Exactly. So I'm
That's
gonna.
better, I think, than
Is it-
human feces.
is it
I'm
though?
gonna-
I think so.
I'm
Eh, okay.
definitely gonna show Josh and Cameron a picture of
I don't
what
know if I want to see this.
about the inside of my ear.
Well, we're gonna have to rank like animal feces from like best to worst or worst to best.
I don't think that there's a.
I
good
think there
tier list.
absolutely is. Is that what it looks like in your ear?
it was pretty close to it. So the
gross.
doctor's like, I can't see your eardrum.
It looks like the moon.
Yeah, slightly. Slightly. That's what Josh.
I understand.
Yeah. But so the doctor says, let's clean it out. And so she starts rinsing it, like doing a what they call like a lave or something like that.
I don't
And
know what that
it-
is.
I don't know.
I know what lava is.
I don't know. That's what they're calling it. But they clean out the inside of the ear, and
I'm not sure you heard what they were saying correctly.
I mean,
yeah. They're like, we're gonna.
that's kind of the point. Well, no, I have ear infections. I was having people talk to me like across the room, and I couldn't hear them.
Well, I have that problem too, but I'm pretty
It's
sure I
called
don't have
selective hearing.
Yeah, well, I think it's
Auditory
I was gonna
processing
say I
disorder.
think it's an auditory processing disorder because like, yeah, I don't know if there's any like background noise and somebody tries to talk,
You don't
it-
hear anything.
It, dude, straight up, it all bleeds into itself, and I literally cannot hear shit.
My mother has that too.
It's crazy, and it feels bad because it's also really unfortunate because obviously, like at the gym, it's pretty loud because there are
pretty
multiple
much
people
everywhere
yelling.
that you are day to day.
Right, it's pretty
It can be
loud,
relatively
and
loud.
so like somebody will say something, and like they'll say something, and I'll hear them, and they'll turn, and I'll be like, "What was that?" And they're like, never mind. And I'm like, "No, please, I really want to know. Like, I'm trying to listen. I promise."
Man, with all of the leaps and bounds that we've made in society and like mental health and just understanding like different conditions better, you would think that we would be more understanding.
Yeah,
Truly.
right?
Because I understand it's frustrating whenever you have to fucking
Repeat yourself.
You know how minor of an inconvenience
Right.
that is, bro.
Well, and you know what I think it
and
is?
some people just have that shit where
Exactly.
they literally they're trying so hard to like
Listen.
just listen to you, and they could be looking right at you and focusing with all of their might, and it might still take them a couple times.
Exactly.
So just
Well,
just be patient with
Yeah,
some people.
be
you know?
patient. But that being said, I also think that a part of it's like, oh, I have to repeat this. Oh, it's really not that interesting, and it's really not that important. You
Commit,
know,
bro.
I agree.
If you're
commit
saying
to that
words,
shit.
commit.
I absolutely agree. Commit to that shit.
Okay, Mr. Fungus, do you have anything else interesting going on in your life?
I was gonna finish my story real quick.
No, that's
should.
not the finishing.
Yeah,
that's
no,
the-
you
no,
have
no.
a fungal infection.
Yeah.
You're being treated for it.
Yeah, so the
You're
doctor's
currently-
rinsing out my ear, and
With
out
lava.
I hear. Well, no,
With
it's
lava.
it's water and
Lavi.
hydrogen peroxide.
You know what they say? Lavi.
I don't know what they say.
That's
I
what they
got
say.
it, I
They
got
say
it, I got
lavi.
it. I got it.
Say lavi.
Oh, I
Okay,
see,
just
I see it.
Moving on.
I hear chunks falling out.
Gross.
Yes, and so
You know-
I don't get to see the chunk, but the doctor afterwards picks up the petri dish, which is like this plastic
It's
thing
like-
that's supposed to like go around the ear, and she has tweezers and she picks it up to look at it better, and it was
And then
this
just eats it.
this well no, it was about the size of like that like your pinky on the first knuckle.
Dude.
It was about yay big, about yay
Yeah.
big. For all the people who are listening, yay big is about the size of your like the
the
first bend in your pinky,
yeah, like the first section of your pinky.
and it was like
Well-
fuzzy and stuff like that.
That's
Oh.
gross.
It was
like mold.
Yeah, it looked kind of like yellow, like whitish yellow mold.
You know, but that reminds me of a time
I
where
was thinking like mushrooms.
oh,
Like the dude on 4chan who came into the same towel for like
Oh, yeah,
years
yeah,
without
of
washing
course.
it, and he grew mushrooms.
yeah, that's
why
disgusting.
it's even-
Like that actually makes me want to gag thinking about.
If we did not get him treated, he would just have an actual mushroom growing out of his ears.
I'd be
after
looking
a
like-
few months, years probably. We'll say years.
yeah, I mean, I don't know how long did it take that guy to like grow mushrooms on the cum rag.
But
But you know what the problem with that is, and you know what's so disgusting about that?
I see no problem.
Well, it has to be humid. Like
Uh-huh.
it has to be humid. Like in order for mushrooms to grow.
I'm thinking
like so that like
probably lived in like South Carolina or some bullshit.
or he did it constantly, and that
It was just
like,
so moist.
It was always moist,
never allowed
right?
itself to
Exactly. It
dry.
never dried, so it was always moist. And yeah, it was like in South Carolina, so it was like all musty or something. You know, wherever Florida maybe, wherever it's really musty.
Why
Ugh,
it
that's
says
disgusting.
his infection is from swimming in the lake. We all know it's from getting a little bit of that, getting a little bit of that
getting that
sticky
thing,
icky in the
that
ear,
sticky-
bro.
Oh, gross.
That's disgusting.
Someone
Yeah.
either he had some crazy self ricochet or someone else was aiming in some weird places. That's all I'm
Hey,
saying.
yeah. Well, he is a
Okay.
cameraman, so maybe he was behind the camera.
Casting-
you
like
ever seen
casting
those?
couch
Yeah, have you
style?
ever seen those videos where the dude gets like jizz on his face?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Have you seen that one video? Well, okay, not that
Oh,
that
boy.
kind of video, but like there's this one video that like I can't remember who showed me. I think it was you, Wyatt.
Oh,
Yeah, it
no.
was you, Wyatt. He's so proud of this.
Why?
And it was like this cameraman, and he's like filming, right? And they're on the set of a pornographic film, and they're like the actors are doing their things, and they're just doing it, and it's like a behind the scenes camera, so it's like it films what the dude is filming, and then it goes to like the guy who's behind the camera,
Like
and he looks
Reverse POV
Yeah,
style, to where
yeah.
it's like his head.
right. It was the guy, behind the camera, and he looks at the camera, and he like gives a little nod and a smile, and he like turns. Picks up like an eclair, like just like takes a big old bite and starts eating, and then he looks back at the camera, and then he like does another nod, and he like looks at the guy who's doing the thing, because it's a male female scene,
rocking.
yeah, and he's like. And he like hands the eclair over to the guy, and so while the dude's like just doing his business, right, like for the scene, he like
What?
takes a bite out of the eclair, and you could see the girl who's like, in the scene, and she's just like, "What the fuck? Like, what are you doing?"
I would
like,
be confused.
yeah,
as
well,
hell.
and you know what's fucked up about it is because the girl couldn't get a bite, because she's obviously on camera, like how fucked up is
oh
that?
yeah, the dude.
Yeah,
like it's like
Yeah, you know what I
like
mean? You know how
waist
they shoot
down
it? Exactly.
style.
It's like lower chest
That's
down or
fucked
whatever.
up.
And so he gets a bite, but the chick doesn't.
That's
you know what I mean?
sexist.
Yeah, that's
I
unfair.
can't believe that. If you're gonna be passing around
An
the
eclair?
fucking
An eclair?
snack table, you better be passing it
To
a
everybody.
female. You can literally let the dude in the scene just manifest an eclair from thin air, right, for the scene,
Right.
and just
You know,
feed
some
it.
guy, well, some people would probably really like
Like he's
that.
feeding
I feel like
birds.
that's a fetish for sure.
Like he's
yeah.
feeding birds, but not feeding the geese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know what you're saying at all.
Feeding the geese is a euphemism for yanking it.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind
What?
of gross. It's gross, right?
That's a thing?
Feed the geese. That's what that's. It's
What?
That's a euphemism.
I've never heard
There
of
you
that.
go. Now
I've
now
heard
you
of a
have
lot of
another
different-
brain knowledge fact.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of different euphemisms for jacking it, and that is not one that I've
feeding the
heard.
geese.
Feeding the geese.
There you go. Keep
Huh.
that one in the back pocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wyatt, is that the end of your story?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to share about your gross ears?
Yeah, and the
Your
fungus.
cum ears.
Yeah.
My cum ears. No.
Cum ears.
No,
Shiz
they're gonna pull off my toenail on Thursday.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my
Dude,
God.
I swear.
Why
you and
are
your,
you just? Do you have leprosy?
Probably.
Like, what's the,
You know,
what,
I'm not
this
even-
is what is the? Why do you have athlete's foot and athlete's head at the
No,
same time?
it's not athlete's foot. It's
per
I dropped,
se.
I dropped a stove on my foot, and
When-
so they're gonna yank off my nail.
Was this at work?
Yeah,
You motherfucker.
this was like
Workman's comp. Workman's comp.
8
We-
months ago.
Did
We've
you-
both been
Never mind,
injured
this is a
holding
I almost-
appliances now.
I almost so for you guys.
He almost went manager.
I
mode
almost
on me,
went
guys.
manager mode on Wyatt because
Gonna give him a write up now.
no, I'm not gonna give him. Well, maybe, but like
All right.
no, you won't get a write up. It'll just be a really stern talking to of like, why the fuck? Anyway,
Yeah, don't you know you should always be wearing steel-toed boots?
like I do. I wear steel-toed boots at work.
idea.
Well, I mean, I have some still toes.
No.
but
They
like
weren't being
after the
utilized.
accident, I was like, oh, this is probably a good idea to get still toes. But my toe was so swollen, it was cutting off circulation.
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dude. I swear to God.
This is gonna
Without
be-
even being like a worky thingy,
Yeah.
I'm just like, bruh,
No,
why
like especially yeah.
is your toe infected right now?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, so
pretty
it's
bad.
not athlete's foot per se, but he's
It-
got
Well,
an
I mean, if
infected
it was
head
athlete's
and an
foot.
infected head, infected foot.
And then
From
he's
head
got
to toe.
and then he's got problems with his
Yeah.
ears too.
When he said that.
Oh.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Gross.
Gross.
Okay, anything else that you got
disgusting.
going on? Any other infections you would like to tell us about?
Well, I have this itch. No, I'm teasing.
Okay.
I tease. It's a joke. It's a joke, Cameron. You guys should have seen the way he looked at me. It was just like, no more.
Yeah. We're
No.
worried about you, Wyatt.
I'm concerned. You're like falling apart right now, dude.
Yeah.
Man, school is out now. I'm gonna start being put back together.
That's all it takes.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
all
think
it takes.
school has anything to do
Well-
with your ailments.
Well,
agree.
kind of.
Did
Well,
you,
I was
did you
like
drop
staying up.
a stove on
It
your
was,
foot at school?
No, it was
No,
like
no.
it was a field trip to the lake,
Yeah.
and that's how he got like his ear infected.
No, it was definitely like during school time, and the doctor mentioned this. She's like, "Are you eating a bunch of like fatty food, takeout, and stuff like that?" I'm like, "Of course." I get like a 30 to 45-minute lunch break. I don't have time to go make food.
45 minutes.
Yeah, like in between school and work, I had like less than 45 minutes.
If you're not aware, he only gets a 30-minute lunch at work.
No. Like I was talking in between school and work. I,
I know,
had
I
like
know.
45 minutes to go like change
Wyatt,
and everything like that.
Meal prep.
Well,
Dude,
yeah,
that's
I was
so
doing
hard.
a lot of meal prep.
I've been
It's
talking about
not-
meal prepping
not
for so
easy.
long.
You
You got to like dedicate a day to it, or
You
at
could
least
also-
in a better part of an afternoon.
You could also go to like one of the meal prep spots here in town that just prep meals for you.
Dude, there's
or you
places
can,
that do that.
or you can buy them individually, and they're
What?
healthy.
Well,
Depends.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're not gonna. I'm not lecturing you.
Well,
but he is
well,
kinda
there-
lecturing
there
you.
are-
You're
there are
absolutely
ways
kinda-
around it.
You're
I
absolutely
can
lecturing a
guarantee
little
the
bit.
amount of like days in the week that you eat Taco Bell / McDonald's
Yes.
are like abysmal.
So I don't
Yes.
eat McDonald's very often, but I fuck with Taco Bell. I used to not fuck with Taco Bell, but now I fuck with Taco Bell.
I had Taco Bell for the first time in like 5 years.
What'd you
this past
get?
Week.
What'd
Just
you get?
Soft tacos. I
Nah,
don't
bro,
give a
that's
shit.
your problem.
Homie, it's literally the same exact ingredients and every other thing on the menu, just constructed in a slightly different way.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I disagree.
The only thing that's different on that menu is nacho fries.
Nah,
straight up.
You gotta do those beefy melt burritos, bro.
Beefy melt burrito. That's the
I
same thing.
agree.
It's
No,
the
it's
same
not.
thing.
Nah, that's the shit.
Literally, it's
That's the
same
shit.
thing in a different order.
It's got
That's all it is.
Fritos.
That's why I
It's
don't
got
really
Fritos
fuck with
in it.
Taco Bell.
But then,
I
like
fuck with
then,
Taco
but
Bell.
wait. Same thing
You
in
just
different
don't-
order.
No.
Isn't that like the saying that like teriyaki chicken and fajitas are the same thing in different order?
no,
Fuck no.
Well, no,
because
no.
they're prepared in the same way too.
They're-
That's
exactly.
the difference.
Teriyaki
no, not
chicken?
teriyaki and fajitas.
Yeah, fuck no. Are you
I'm
kidding
saying
No, no.
Taco Bell.
They're
items.
completely different.
Taco Bell.
I get what
items.
you're saying.
Yes.
I agree with you.
What is
but
your
you're,
point
But
here,
you're kind of
Wyatt?
saying
well,
that
no,
about-
no. My point is like, what do you get to make like teriyaki? You get beef.
No, homie.
That's
I'm
a
saying,
completely
hey,
different
we
recipe.
pulled this shit at Taco Bell. They pull everything out of the same vats, same tortilla, right? It's either held like a taco or rolled like a burrito. You see what I'm saying now? It's
Yeah,
all the
I'm
same,
seeing that.
prepared the exact
It's the
same,
same
way.
meat.
Like
Well,
they're not like,
yeah.
oh, let me get my artisanal beef. For
Yeah,
the
you're
burritos
right.
from
But
the
where do you
back.
get, like? That's true of any restaurant. Like absolutely,
I don't
that's
really
true of
Well,
any
fuck
see,
with
that was
restaurants.
gonna be my point. Is I used to work at a restaurant, and one day one of the bosses just like I feel like making some Asian food, and this was a Mexican restaurant. All they sell is Mexican food. In 10 minutes, she had like a nice dish of like Oriental food, and
Well,
I was like, how'd you do that? And she says, well, I just switched the.
Well,
She's
It is
like,
a
I use.
kitchen.
She's like, well, I use different ingredients.
No. She said I took the fajita stuff. I put a little more soy sauce because you put soy sauce in fajita stuff.
Do you actually?
Yes, you do.
I'm
Yeah.
questioning
It's-
the
it's-
credibility.
I'm calling BS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm questioning the
Well,
credibility of
so
this Mexican restaurant.
it's like
This is
I mean,
Asian
you
fusion.
were
okay,
in the kitchen.
so to
let's
make
be real.
so to make it so you put a little bit of soy sauce into your fajitas to make it more tender, and then more
like a
Worcestershire
marinade?
sauce. Yeah, like in the marinade.
Yeah.
And then you put more Worcestershire sauce, and then you
Say that again?
flip it. Worcestershire.
Too many syllables.
Worcestershire.
I believe it is technically like Worcestershire. Like that's the
Worcestershire.
full-
I thought it was Worcestershire.
I think that is a colloquialism that we've all just come to
Is it?
accept. I think it's Worcestershire, but
Worcestershire.
no one fucking says
Worcestershire.
that. No one says that.
Worcestershire.
Okay, all
Yeah,
I'm
either
saying,
way.
White, totally different.
No, they're,
that's a
yeah,
they're, very,
whole
they're very
absolutely.
similar.
I mean,
Oh,
because they're similar
so-
because they have like
Yeah.
beef in
Oh
them
yeah, I was
or
about to
chicken.
say, if you want to get real, like, if you want to just dilute this to its bare minerals, right? We just go everything.
minerals?
Yeah, like the brand. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why that came to mind. It just felt right to say. But that's like saying, bro, literally, like fajitas and flank steak are the exact same
Because it's beef.
because
It comes from a cow.
And flank steak
It comes
is
from a cow.
fajita meat, right?
Is it really?
It is, but
I didn't know that.
that's not saying that all flank steak is every I almost said is every triangle a square.
Is every
You know what
rectangle
I
a
mean.
square?
Exactly.
And is every square a rectangle?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
But
But every
every-
menu item that Taco Bell has is the exact same.
Well, but no, because the beefy melt has it does
It has
have
like the
beef.
nacho cheese, right?
It has it has nacho cheese, it has sour cream, it has rice, and it has Fritos.
You can get all of those things
on anything.
on a taco.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely
So,
you can.
Like I'm not
I'm
saying,
not saying you can't.
and I'm not saying that doesn't sound delicious every now and then,
See,
right?
this
but that's
is-
why I don't fuck with it.
But and I
Like,
get
it's
what
just
you're
It's
saying.
just like whatever.
There's
it's
not
whatever.
much variety.
Yeah.
Well,
and
true.
that's not a bad thing.
But
'cause
like
it's
the
cheap.
thing is,
it's good and it's
it,
cheap.
that's what I was gonna
And
say,
it's
and
calorically dense.
and that's it. That's why I fuck with Taco Bell is because it's cheap. You know, we've talked about this, so we don't need to hash it out or whatever. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like eating enough food to get into a caloric overload, inexpensively. Absolutely, Taco Bell's the shit, bro.
bro.
Like my buddy, I was talking to him about it, who I've been working out with, and he's a lanky guy, and I'm like, and he's like, dude, I just want to gain weight. I just want to gain weight, and I'm like, well, bro, how much are you eating,
Just dirty bulk, bro.
dude? And like, I'm not saying it's good because like,
Not
but
everyone
it
can do
fucking
it.
works.
Not everyone
bro.
can do it.
Maybe not.
Like it's not great advice for everyone
Well-
because some people are able to put on weight easier, but if you're not able to,
Well, see, and I don't even think I'm dirty bulking that much because, like, let's be real. Like, out of most fast food, like, I don't think Taco Bell is that bad.
No.
Okay, it's kind of bad, but like,
it's really not though.
but it's really not exactly.
Like, all things
like there's
considered-
there's worse things. Like there are worse things you can do.
because
Yeah.
even like their beef is like partially a soy product. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, there you go.
Interesting.
So I feel as though this is just conjecture, but I think you're probably right. Honestly, even like grease level, is
Yeah.
kinda low.
See, because like it's not deep fried. The whole thing's not deep fried.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like you fry up the beef and whatnot, but you know that gets rid. You get rid of the oil or drain it. I'm sure or whatever. I don't know. I've never
even
worked
if
at.
you
Anybody who
don't-
works at Taco Bell, let us know. You know,
Yeah.
like do you drain the grease or whatnot?
Probably,
But, like,
I think
yeah,
that's what it's sitting
it's
in,
like-
in the little like tray. You know, I think they just kind of scoop it out.
Oh, maybe.
Goes on whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I don't
Doesn't
know.
matter.
I don't know. I've
Who
never been
cares?
behind
There's
that.
lettuce on it.
Exactly. Yeah, and not on the beefy melt burrito, but and like lettuce is nothing. Like,
Lettuce
it's
is
literally water
Literally the most
Literally.
nothing of
of
food.
like food. Like yeah,
It's
I
the
don't-
watermelon of vegetables.
I like watermelon.
I'm not a big fan.
Huh.
I love
Yeah,
it.
It's not my thing.
Yeah.
Not my thing. I
But-
like watermelon flavor.
I hate watermelon flavor.
interesting.
Let's talk. Okay, let's talk about artificial flavors real
Let's
quick.
not.
What's your least favorite and most favorite?
Least favorite banana. Most favorite strawberry.
We've talked about this before.
Yes.
Okay. Least favorite blue raspberry and watermelon.
Some blue raspberries ass.
They fucking suck, dude. Like I don't care, you know, because we've gotten drinks before and we've gone like energy drinks or whatever, and I always say I don't care what it is, just not blue raspberry.
Yeah.
I'll drink anything.
Watermelon Jolly Ranchers are good. So are blue raspberry Jolly Ranchers.
That's true, but like Jolly Ranchers are just fucking great. Like they're goated with the sauce, busting it down sexual style. You know, I'd eat some Jolly Ranchers off of a body. You know what I mean?
Like a dead body.
Hey, you know, if like, dude, you're okay. You're telling me if there's like a
the
like,
victim was found
you
with
know what?
87 87 opened Jolly Ranchers on him.
And then it cuts to like it cuts to the killer, and he's like, I swear I put 100. But
somebody ate 13 Jolly
exactly.
Ranchers. That's a lot of Jolly Ranchers.
That is a lot of Jolly Ranchers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to hear what I've been up to?
Yeah.
I haven't done anything interesting. I put in my 2 weeks at work.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
it's
big,
been
huge.
driving you crazy a little bit.
It has been driving me crazy. I hate it there.
Yeah,
And,
it's awful. Fuck
yeah,
you.
I mean, really, it's just not good for my mental. It's a rough spot, and I don't know if anything is. I'm fairly certain that being alive is not good for my mental.
You know, they say that existence is suffering, right?
Yes, and I'm trying to make that not so. So I put in my 2 weeks at work. I've only been working there for like half a year now, right around.
Yeah.
And I have no clue what I'm going to do. I have nothing else lined up. I am obviously applying for jobs, but I think I'm also trying to put a little bit more of my energy into this podcast and everything else that we're doing. So we'll see how that goes. I've also probably...
So on that note, we're
Oh,
setting
yes,
up a
yes, yes, yes.
Patreon. So
Yes,
be sure,
eventually.
be sure to send some money to Cameron. He needs it. He hasn't eaten in like 3 days.
All
no.
the proceeds will be going to me for at least the next month.
But the caveat is that he can only get Taco Bell.
That's fine at this point. I have absorbed about, I would say, 250 hours of Warhammer lore into my brain since the last time we recorded.
Damn.
Even if it's just like passively, like at work and
Listen to it.
whenever I'm like falling asleep and shit. It's probably been about 250 hours. Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun, the video game, came out today. And
Yeah.
that is all I did all day. I just played that game. It is fantastic, much needed. What else have I done? I finished a new Magic Commander deck, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, we need to play some Magic.
We will. I want to get another Commander group together very, very soon because
Yeah.
I think everyone's kind of itching to play, and
I wanna
have
do-
a new deck.
I
so.
want to do D&D. That's what I want to do.
Dude, D&D will happen within the next 3 to 5 business years. Okay,
You're right.
We'll figure it out, but that one is an actual commitment because I fucking love it. But
It
think
takes
about
time.
how much time it takes to coordinate a podcast with 3 people sitting at a table, right?
Right.
We add 2-3 more people to that mix, even if we do it over Discord or something, it's going to be a nightmare. We're going to do
Right.
it. Don't get me wrong, but we just got to get people that are willing to commit like we are.
Right. I'm willing to commit.
Exactly. Well, I don't have a doubt about us 3, right? We're the most committal people, and even then, we have some scheduling issues and conflicts, right?
But it's just because we're so busy.
Exactly. So, we are not the issue. It's everyone else.
Yeah, guys.
Everyone
get
outside of
on
this
it.
room.
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
If
Like,
you want to be a part of the D&D campaign,
Let's
we'll
do
make like
it.
a Discord for it.
Yeah.
'Cause we're talking about doing that.
yeah,
anyway.
we are talking about making a Discord.
And then lastly, very exciting, tattoo appointment on Friday.
Oh yeah, I
So
saw
it'll
you
be-
posting about it.
Yeah. If we get this this week, it'll be happening the day that you're listening to this. Otherwise, it'll be in the past. Yeah, yippee. Yippee. But that's it.
What are you
That's
gonna
all I
get
got.
a tattoo of?
A secret surprises. I don't tell anyone what I'm getting. I'm getting 2 touch-ups.
He's like,
but
y-
and
Cameron-
sorry, I interrupted you.
did you?
Continue.
I felt like I interrupted you.
You kind of did, but then I felt bad.
Okay, good. Yeah, how dare you? I can't believe you've done this.
Wow.
I like you like don't even tell anybody. You don't even tell your tattoo artist. You're like, okay, so I'm ready for my tattoo, and they're like, what the fuck do you want me to do? And you're like, shh, it's a secret.
Yeah,
That's
that's pretty wild.
That'd be.
That's
funny.
how I've ended up with all my tattoos. Actually, that would make sense. I'm just like,
they're
just
right
fuck
on
me up.
Yeah,
Uh,
just fuck me up.
I am excited though because I'm getting, I think, 2 new ones as of right now. That's my plan. And
2 new
then,
ones.
Yeah, I will say that they are both chest pieces.
I was
Very
gonna
exciting.
ask. I want to get one on my testicles.
You should.
Yeah.
It
Show
should
the ball
say, why'd I get this? Why did I get this tattoo?
I think it'd be more like an X marks the spot. You know,
On the balls?
probably on the taint. I
Ooh.
think that would be the best place for the X marks the
There be
spot.
treasure buried under
There
there.
be treasure. There be booty.
Ooh, okay, so here's what you do. You stay with me here.
I'm
Okay.
so with you. I've never been more with you in my entire life.
You look at like an X-ray of the
Right.
human body, or like one of those anatomical drawings of the human body,
Yeah.
you see where on the taint would be coordinated with the position of the male G-spot.
Oh, do you think it would be in line? I don't think it would be.
There would be a line somewhere. There'd be a through
Oh,
line,
well,
right? There,
kind-
like obviously wouldn't be touching it. Like you can't poke
Right.
your fucking
right.
goose knob, and
Goose knob.
that's not a thing.
It's a great word. I love that.
I wanted to say a word,
We're
and
gonna make
that was
that.
the word that I decided to do.
Fucking goose
But
knob.
yeah, see, that's a good word. But
Yeah.
you can't
It's
like
not a word.
you can't poke it and like experience pleasure from the G spot, right? The prostate.
Can you not?
I don't think so.
I've never tried.
I have multiple times, so maybe mine's just not sensitive. But anyway,
Yeah. Maybe
Uh,
you're just not
but
hitting the
you
spot.
just
you're
find the place
missing
that
it.
would be like coordinated with it, right? Like
Right.
like if you were to reach all up in there far
Get-
enough,
get
and
a
then like
colonoscopy.
yeah, like it would be the midpoint, the meeting point, right?
Okay.
So you get that on the taint, the tainticus, and then you're like, there's buried treasure, and then you have someone stick their finger up your ass or whatever. That's it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I basically already said that.
Yeah, but I
You
expanded
elaborated
just
on
like
it.
I will your fucking prostate.
I think you just want to talk about the male G spot and how it's in the asshole if you didn't know.
I think everybody needs to put a finger up there every now and then.
I've had a finger up my ass. It's not great.
Whose?
Oh, my doctor's.
See, not the same. You're
Dude,
like,
it
you're
was
like,
so
dude,
bad.
hold up, man. You're like jerking it a tiny bit before he gets in the room. That way, you're like, that's better. It's a less awkward experience.
Well,
if I
maybe,
come.
but like, dude, no, it was awful. It was like the worst. It was so painful. I also had hemorrhoids at the time. So
Yeah, that's
that probably didn't
why.
help.
See,
I don't know.
just absolutely
Dude.
tainting your experience.
Maybe. I don't know. I've had the finger up there and like it ruined it.
What the fuck do you have up on? Why do you have the
Is he
recipe
doing-
for meth up on our screen right now?
Is that what that is?
No.
Okay.
No, Cameron said earlier that was it your least favorite or your most favorite was the artificial flavoring for banana.
Was your least favorite?
We've definitely talked about this.
Wait,
did you
as
say
soon
it-
as I s-
Did you
oh
say it
my
was your
God.
least favorite or your most favorite?
least banana? Gross.
I don't know. I don't mind the banana Laffy Taffy.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not that
Laffy
bad.
Taffy's not great though.
Yeah,
I don't.
true.
I don't personally.
I
vibe with the
just
Laffy
got some.
Taffy.
I just got some Laffy Taffy. No, I got Airheads. That's what I got.
Bruh. Two
they're
different things.
They're basically
No,
the
no,
same
no,
thing.
no. Airheads dissolve in your mouth totally differently.
Do
than
they?
Laffy Taffy.
I guess
Oh my
it's-
god, dude!
I guess it's been a long time.
You
since
got to
I-
do a side by side now.
Okay,
They're not at
we'll
all
have
the
to get
same.
some Laffy
They're-
Taffy.
Whatever they do
It's
to
not the
those
same.
chemicals, whatever they're cooking up in the lab over there, totally different.
It's more taffy than Laffy. Let's be real.
The Laffy
So what
Taffy
did you
joke.
pull up?
Oh my god, can we get like side gigs writing Laffy Taffy jokes? Do you
I'm
think
sure
that
we
that's
could.
like? Where do you apply for
You
that
know,
job?
but we would need to do like after dark taffy. Like we make just
Ooh.
adult jokes. You know what I mean?
What would
and
we
they're
call
like
it?
they're like Laffy Taffy after dark.
They're also adult flavors. It just tastes
Yeah,
like,
it's just like
they don't taste like strawberry. They taste like strawberry flavored condoms.
exactly.
So it has like a rubbery
Yeah.
aftertaste to it.
Yeah,
Mm,
you
yum
know,
yum.
whipped cream. You know,
Yeah.
a whipped cream
Yeah,
flavored
yeah,
one.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
What else would be an adult flavor?
What's an adult flavor?
Just fucking alcohol. It's just like Everclear. It's just Everclear.
But it's just flavored. Like you get none of the
yeah,
the
it
buzz
just
from
tastes
it.
awful.
It's just
it's just alcohol, like rubbing alcohol.
That's a good idea.
That's awful.
I would love the. Oh my god, that's a. Has anyone done this? Like a prank, like a package of like Altoid looking mints, but it just tastes like ethyl alcohol.
I don't
That'd
think
be
so.
so
How
good.
would you do that?
I don't even
would that
know.
be good?
Is
I
that
don't-
possible? I'm
Is
sure
it?
it is.
Is it? I don't know.
You can synthesize pretty much any flavor.
I don't know
you
the process of
Me either.
synthesization.
Synthesis. Just
Syn-
synthesis.
Synthesization. Is
I
that a
do
word?
like- no, I like it more though.
I like it more.
Synthesization.
Synthesization.
I think we should make up more words.
Yeah, I think we're good at it. Yeah.
I wouldn't
Mo-
say that. I just think we should.
Move over, Webster.
Yeah, we don't have to be good at it.
I
be-
you think they were good at it? You know how many? So when they were making up words
Yeah.
and they were writing them or whatever,
I
how
don't
many of
even
them?
know. Who fucking did that? John D. Rockefeller? Did he make up? Actually,
I don't think
oh my
so.
god, I learned this today. There's this channel on YouTube called Moon. They do like video documentaries. They're
About
not,
the moon?
They're not. No, that's just a name.
Ah.
Okay, don't read too much into it.
And it's like MUNE. It's not even
No, it's the moon, like the cheese one in the sky. Okay, but he's not my favorite. Like he's just whatever. But he is kind of educational. at times, like whenever he just covers like historical shit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't John D. Rockefeller. It was another old rich dude
Yeah. Makes
from
sense.
around that time.
Sure.
But he actually commissioned Theodore Roosevelt to make what is called a phonetic dictionary. And he was basically trying to make people literate, but skipping steps and making every word phonetic, right?
Yeah.
So he was basically trying to change language. And even back then, whenever literacy rates were probably significantly lower than they are now, or at least hopefully they were, people hated it, right? Because everything was attempting to be spelled phonetically, right? So as it sounded. And,
interesting.
And Theodore Roosevelt endorsed it because he was being
Paid.
paid exorbitant sums of money.
Yeah, that'll
And,
do it.
Man, I'll look it up because I want to
Dord.
remember who the fuck it was. It's not super important. You can Google
Wait,
it.
did he find it? Did Wyatt find it? He Dord? What the fuck is that?
What's a Dord?
So it was a typo in the Webster English Dictionary.
And what is it supposed to be?
It was they were explaining something completely else. Completely
Completely
different.
else.
Completely else. Yes, look that up. That needs to go on our list of what do they call them? Isms.
That's not what an
orgasms?
ism is.
Yeah, orgasms. Yeah.
Or
No.
orgisms?
So they accidentally
orgasms.
they mistyped
when
a
you
word.
they
Yeah.
Have you
when
ever had a
when
dream?
you-
So when you dream,
Yeah, one of those-
we're scraping the rust off today.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We're scraping the rust
We're
off.
scraping.
yeah, we are.
Of
Well,
all
some
the-
of us are.
The crevices.
Some of us are.
Yeah. Josh is never gonna admit that he's rusty. Ever.
Ever.
But he might admit that he's crusty.
Ooh.
And you're oozy.
yeah,
but
you
not,
are.
exactly.
But not Uzi eye.
So after they made this type error in the
Typo.
dictionary, this typo,
If you will.
they
Let the man cook, Cameron.
Yeah, let me cook
cook faster.
faster.
Microwave the shit.
Well, you're looking stuff up. I'm filling air for you with my
This is a conversation you started.
I know.
Okay,
It's
so
also only like
according
vaguely related to what we were talking about. It just has to do with words.
according to Wikipedia, a Dord is a bronze horn native to Ireland with. Explain that
That's
word to me.
Ireland.
After Ireland.
Jesus.
What's after Ireland?
Excavate.
Excavate. Examples
excavate.
dating back to 1000 BC during the Bronze Age. So they misspell a word in the dictionary, and so they go out and they find something that hasn't been named yet, and they name it that, so that they didn't accidentally misspell.
They're like,
a
no,
word.
we just
no,
told the future.
we just yeah, they didn't make.
We
the
knew
word
it was
yet.
a thing.
Oh, no.
Do we know what it was originally supposed to be?
No.
Yeah.
There is a picture of a dictionary.
Oh my God. Okay, Andrew Carnegie. That's the name that I was looking for. Yeah, fuck that guy.
I know Dale Carnegie because I've read some of his books.
Dale.
Dale Carnegie.
His name
he-
is Dale.
Yeah, Dale Carnegie. He's the one who wrote How to Make Friends and Influence People.
I think that's a totally different guy.
Dale Carnegie.
I don't think he's related.
They're
to
the same.
Andrew
It's the same
Carnegie.
last name. Oh my god.
Homie.
So
that doesn't
doesn't
mean
matter.
anything.
I'm just saying it's the same last name. That's just what it makes me think of.
That's it. We're just doing word association now.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, is that not what we do?
I think we should do more of it.
I
that
think so
way we
too.
can like kind of get warm. You know.
Yeah.
Scrape more rust off.
Yeah.
You know
Do
about
one real
CLR?
No.
Calcium lime rust.
Oh, you did say CLR.
It's a cleaning solution.
Okay.
Right. I don't know why it sticks in my brain so much, but I'm like, I want to like pour that.
Okay, well let's do
Oh, my
word
body.
association.
Word
right now.
association.
Go.
Moon.
Come. Go ahead.
Damn it. He's got me there. I'm gonna say feet.
Jizz.
Oh my god. Okay, we got to go back and forth fast. Okay. I'm gonna say, Wyatt, you start. You do. You
Just
give
say
us
a
the
word.
word.
So,
Just say a word.
So I give you guys a word, and then you guys are gonna bounce off of each other, right?
Well,
no,
we
we're
can
gonna
go in
bounce
a
off of you.
circle.
Wait, are
We
we?
can
all
go-
go-
yeah,
we're just
so-
gonna-
This is a triangle, Cameron.
okay, it doesn't matter.
We go clockwise.
So starting you, it'll go to me. It goes you, me, Cameron, you, me, Cameron.
And then, how do you play a word association?
You just say a word.
You
man.
say a word that
and then
you
say,
think of.
and then the first thing you think of, you say
Oh, chemical,
urine,
Tennis.
ball,
Wait, no, I thought, is that how this goes? Oh, wait, so it just goes. Oh,
Yes. Jesus.
oh, we're just gonna keep it going.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
ball.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, no. We're starting again. Wyatt, go. This is it.
Wall.
This is the one. Wall.
Trump.
Pink Floyd.
Bloyd.
What's Bloyd? It has to be a
Homie.
real thing.
Real words this
I don't
time.
know.
Holy shit.
Backpack.
What's the guy's name? The Union Bomber or whatever.
The Unabomber?
Unabomber.
The Union Bomber. I was going to say Dora.
Alien.
Is this related to Dora, or are you starting a new word?
No, it's related to Dora.
Okay,
Is
go.
it actually? Oh, I thought it was a new word.
Keep going.
Oh, what did you say?
Alien.
How did you get that from Dora? I wonder.
Oh, shit. I got it. I was like, is
Green.
Is Swiper an alien? Money.
Honey.
A bear.
Winnie the Pooh.
Honey.
Oh, you already said
No,
that. You gotta say
Can't
something.
say
else.
piglet.
Ham.
Bacon.
Chop.
Kevin. I was thinking
Oh, you're
of
thinking
bacon.
of, you're
Kevin
still
Bacon.
thinking
but
of bacon chop. I was like, Kevin Chop. Who's that? So you said Kevin Spacey.
Space.
Wow.
Prison.
Why are you going off my words? Go off Wyatt's words.
Okay. I will do that. I'm so caught up.
Prison.
Yeah.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Michael.
Jordan.
Shoes.
Skechers.
Sketches. Art.
Pencil.
Fart.
Oh my god.
Homie.
Fetish.
Once again, I was like, pencil fetish? And then I was like, oh.
wait. Yeah.
Fetish, you said?
Yeah.
Feet. I already said feet.
You
though.
did already say
Yeah,
feet.
you did.
That was the first thing that came to your mind, huh?
Yeah. Got feet on the mind tonight.
Okay.
Hair.
Not
Hobbit.
Fungus.
Hobbit.
Dragon.
Born.
Oh, baby.
Jason.
You went off of his.
I did because that was in my brain.
Yeah.
This is hard.
It's hard with
Jason.
3 people.
Yes,
Like-
we
It
got to
is.
get good at going clockwise and going off the last person.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, here's what we're going to do.
What are we gonna do, Cameron?